Welcome back, everybody. Our next guests are here today with a wise old owl, literally, to tell us about some happenings at the National Aviary over on the north side.
And we want to welcome everybody here. We have handler Cathy Schlott along with National Aviary Executive Director Cheryl Tracy and artist and good friend Maria Desimone Prascak. So thank you guys all for being here. This you brought with you is this year's Aviary Wings and Wildlife. Is this a winner? How does this work?
I actually donated my services, and the painting is going to be auctioned off, so every penny is going directly to the aviary. So we hope people will bid on this, and it will do well for them. And this is
beautiful. What inspired you to do this?
Well, of course, being at the aviary, visiting the aviary, I want to paint everybody that's there. I've done about 45 different birds that live there so far, but these guys, they all do live at the aviary, different species there. And so this time of year I thought would be appropriate to paint the owls, but this will be auctioned off Friday night, so come and bid, and all of the money does go to the aviary.
I don't know if our friends at home can see this, but you actually did not use a paintbrush, and the texture on this you can see. How did you create the paint?
I didn't know that. Didn't use a paintbrush.
On some areas, but mostly I used a heavy-bodied acrylic, so I used a palette knife, which I've actually, must admit, never really done before.
It's
so
gorgeous.
I was kind of playing around with it, and I just thought it lended itself well to the texture, the owls, the feathers, and all. I thought it worked nicely.
Had
for
your
that
husband,
subject.
John Prascak, ever used the palette knife?
No.
So maybe you taught him a few things.
Oh, there you go.
Wildlife is kind of your specialty, so this is a perfect fit for you.
Right. I've always loved animals and wildlife and appreciated it, and to paint animals is my favorite
Wait a minute,
subjects to paint. Yes.
Can we get a quick shot of the? Oh, we just missed it. What was it that was hanging out of that owl's mouth just then?
Well, they are meat eaters in the wild. They would eat rodents, so we feed them a similar diet.
That's a rat, or is that part of a, oh, there goes another piece.
Ooh.
So when we take them out and we do things like that, we use positive reinforcement, meaning whenever they're doing something good, we give them treats for it. So he's eating his pieces of treats.
Because he's behaving himself.
He is behaving very well.
And Cheryl, can you give him another treat so our audience at home can see?
Yeah, let's see if we can get a shot
He
of
is
this.
behaving now.
Here he goes. He goes, and that's like a piece of what?
It's a piece of rodent.
Rodent.
Yes.
And what is the owl's name?
This is Franklin.
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 That's my husband's name.
Frankie.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Franklin is a spectacled owl. So they are native to South America. They're actually rainforest owl.
Wow.
And owls have a lot of unique adaptations that make them special. They have those very large eyes to be able to see great distances. They have the facial discs to be able to trap the sound of the sound and make it go towards their ears.
Where are their ears? I don't see
Their
anything.
ears are on the sides of their head. They're just underneath their feathers. But one ear is actually up higher than the other, which enables them to triangulate and pinpoint exactly where their prey is crawling.
Oh, that's spooky, isn't it? I mean,
So-
and those eyes, they've got to be, how laser vision are those things?
They can see at very great distances, but they're actually farsighted, so they can see better farther away than if something gets really up close.
Okay, so we have to know, can you explain why they're called wise old owls?
Well, there's a lot of speculation to that, but they were a pet of Athena, the goddess Athena, back in the Greek culture. And so since she was the Greek goddess of wisdom, the wisdom translated to the owl. So.
Very neat. It's kind of cool to see them this up close and in person, don't you think?
Well, and I don't think I've ever seen one. And seriously, we have had over the years many owls and all kinds of animals, but a lot of owls in particular in the studio. I've never seen one that well behaved.
It is fixated on the lights up
And
there,
that's something special we're now able to offer all of our guests. For a limited time, we have more owls at the National Aviary than we've ever had before. So we have 6 species of owls and 3 new species to the National Aviary. And in fact, guests can come and go on an indoor owl prowl and learn about all these beautiful creatures.
An indoor owl prowl.
An indoor owl prowl with a
it.
National Aviary team member.
Oh man, and Maria, you were just talking about your painting and your piece of artwork and what it's for, but can we talk more about this big event coming up, the Wings and Wildlife? Cheryl?
Yes, absolutely. So Wings and Wildlife Art Show was a very popular event, a tradition at the National Aviary in the 1980s, 90s, and early 2000s.
Yep.
And it was so popular that we decided to bring it back a few years ago.
How did it ever go away in the first place?
Well, we're not sure, but we're very excited to bring it back. And
Good.
this weekend, November 4th and 5th, in addition to everything that the National Aviary has to offer, there'll be 40 artists and their artwork throughout the aviary. So as a guest at the National Aviary, included with your general admission, you'll have an opportunity to purchase some of the artwork. Perhaps start your holiday shopping or find a very unique gift for someone or even buy something for your home.
And is doing a painting of wild animals any different than doing a painting of nature or of humans, or how does it compare?
For me, it's inspiring in a way that I'm not sure. I can't really explain. If you asked me to paint a car, I'd be like,
Yeah.
you know,
But this is
paint an
something
animal, look at their eyes. I think it's because they have eyes and I feel souls, and I've just always, like I said, appreciated wildlife and nature, and I would just paint 24/7 if I could. And I get to play in my studio and my own subject. I get to choose my own subjects. It's always wildlife, nature,
Nice.
animals.
So Cheryl, you mentioned being able to buy pieces of artwork, but there is also an auction and a soiree, and is that Friday night?
There is, yes. Friday night, we kick the weekend off with a cocktail party. That is a ticketed event. It's $100. Tickets are still available on our website, and it's a great party. It's a great way. We have lots of an open bar. We'll have music, live strolling music by strolling musicians. It's a great way to see the artwork firsthand, as well as participate in the live auction with some unique pieces, such as the one from Maria here.
And lastly, if I can ask you, what does this money go towards? How does it help the aviary?
All of the funds help the National Aviary, which is a nonprofit organization, help save species from extinction. So we really appreciate everyone coming out to see us this weekend, whether Friday night or over the weekend. We welcome everybody.
And
Great stuff.
we appreciate you ladies being with us
Yeah,
today.
thank
Thanks so
you.
much.
Good stuff.
There's always so much to see and do at the National Aviary, folks, especially, as you can tell, this weekend at the Aviary's Wings and Wildlife Art Show. That's this Saturday and Sunday. It's all included with your regular admission price, or you can attend the special opening soiree and benefit auction. That's this coming Friday night. You'll find all the details online at kdka.com/PTL.